A lot of my work is about reforming things that are very familiar, things that people already know. And Vegas is such a unique American city. It was originally designed as a city that you'd be driving through. So everything, I think, originally was designed to be experienced sitting in the front seat of a car. All of the different attractions on the Strip were basically made to kind of draw you in, and they were all competing with each other. Obviously, the Welcome to Las Vegas sign is such an iconic part of the experience and the history, so it's kind of the perfect object for me to intervene into. There's a lot to be learned from the city. Hello everyone, this is Daniel Arsham. We are here at my studio in Bridgehampton, New York. Welcome Complex. I moved to New York in 1999. Spent 25 years in that kind of fast-paced universe. So getting out here and being able to slow down a little bit and pay more attention, it's a great place to build new ideas. I mean, I still have my main production space in the city, but I've kept this space as a place more for thinking and drawing and painting. It's very peaceful out here. So this is the main living room of the house, a sound system that was designed by Devin Turnbull from Ogis. And in the past, I've rarely put my own work into the space that I live. But I started to miss the idea of spending time with a lot of these pieces. So typically now, there's a number of works that are situated around the house that I've created. So it gives me a chance to kind of think more about them before they leave forever in most cases. This lamp was designed during the pandemic when I wasn't able to get into my studio. And I was working on a furniture project. Without the normal materials, I was just sketching, and I was with my kids who were using Play-Doh. I 3D scanned the Play-Doh and then reformed the shape. Obviously a huge lamp, it has this kind of whimsical quality about it. This is like the office. If I was thinking about an office, this was what it would be. All the Hot Wheels cars were originally drawn in this room. There's a couple of big exhibitions that I'm working on where I did most of the thinking in here. An exhibition in Munich and then a really big one in New York in 2026. So this space is a mix of studio and garage. The automotive universe and the idea of the mechanic shop and all of that, combining that with my sculptural work. I've never had a space where I could have the cars and work in the same space until I got this. All of these cars were contemporary in my teenage years. The white 930A was the one that I did in collaboration with Hot Wheels. This is a 1991 original Japanese mint green. 1987, that was a car that I did as part of an exhibition in New York. This is a 95 D90 Land Rover. This is a fully gas manual children's Porsche that was made by the company in the 1980s. It has literally like a lawnmower engine in it. I don't think Porsche would do that today, but. I've spent a lot of time over my career working in Japan. Probably about 10 years ago, a friend of mine took me down to Kyoto and introduced me to some monks there at one of the temples. So I had this really intimate experience in the gardens over there. This is a garden that I put in shortly after getting the house with these Japanese maples, moss, rocks that I brought in from Pennsylvania. So I contacted a quarry there and selected a number of rocks, put them in various orientations. And then there's one of my sculptures that has a very similar patina actually to the Las Vegas sign work that I'm creating for ComplexCon. Usually I'm redoing it once a week. A little bit of a meditative process. It's focusing your attention on something, but you're able to think about other things while you're doing that. It's like a drawing in slow motion or something. Vegas is a very colorful, loud city. It's like a flower in the desert. Las Vegas is a lot about image and image making, and it's known for its nightlife and entertainment. So there's a lot of loud things happening there. Driving down the strip or even being inside of one of the casinos, all of the design there is made to draw you, to bring you into different places. It's created a very particular kind of aesthetic that is so unique to Vegas. The Vegas sign itself is such an iconic image that for a lot of people represents a reference back to the origins of the city. I think a lot of our job as artists is to tap into some of that design language. So there's a lot to be learned maybe from the city. Vegas is a really uniquely American city, right? It was originally designed as a city that you'd be driving through. So everything, I think, originally was designed to be experienced sitting in the front seat of a car. All of the different attractions on the strip were basically made to kind of draw you in, and they were all competing with each other. So there's a whole design lineage that came out of that, which I think if anyone had to pinpoint something that represented the city, it would be that kind of iconic sign, right? The design language of the original sign was probably made in the 50s or the 60s, and so it has that kind of aesthetic to it. All of that stuff came up in the research and went into the kind of thinking around the design of it. And creating this kind of alternate version of it, this future version of it, was kind of where I started. A lot of my work is about reforming things that are very familiar, things that people already know. Obviously, the Welcome to Las Vegas sign is such an iconic part of the experience and the history, so it's kind of the perfect object for me to intervene into. Whenever I'm thinking about where a sculpture is going to be seen, it's really important to consider how people are approaching it, right? Are they entering a room and it's right in the middle? Are they able to see it from far away? Are they able to see it from above or below? Obviously, I'm bringing it, off the strip and into the convention center where people are going to encounter it as they move into ComplexCon. And the place that this is going to be shown, there's so many different vantage points that people will see it from. So just thinking about how scale plays into that, allowing people to get right directly up to it, to see it from 10 stories up, looking down on it, so it's going to stand out. Most of my work is actually reductive in color. It uses tones of gray and white and black. And this green color, which actually comes from a kind of natural patination that would happen on the bronze sculptures, right? In the case of this work, that aging is represented by this kind of old idea of art history, of this patina. In a lot of my work, I'm able to kind of force that oxidation to happen. It makes the objects look much older than they actually are. Typically on a project like this, I'll always start out by drawing. I had originally wanted to do the sign kind of broken at the bottom, and I ended up altering that and created a base. This was more about the kind of practical nature of where it's going to go. But it's always amazing to see something going from an original drawing and then being in front of it. I always like showing work in places where people don't expect to see it. And that went into all of the signage and really the graphic identity of ComplexCon this year.